Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Um, so I hope you had a lovely night. I hope you had a less full, less full night. So much as I was telling you guys yesterday that it is the company will ask you for the skills. There are also other companies that will also ask you for the papers. So much as the skills will apply more, they will also ask. There are some companies that will also ask you for the papers. So in the current time that we are living in, get both. Get the skills and get the papers. Get both. Get the skills and get the papers, because there are people that are currently they've gotten their career and they are working on it, and they get lots and lots of money. So if you can get both the papers and the skills, the better. If you can get the skills and the papers, the better. For the people that are not that good in their books, which is this that you can do? Which is this that you can do? What can you do? You need to be very creative, because according to the rate that I saw on Sunday, now we have now to learn how to create. No matter what you're going to be studying, you study business management, you'll have now to be creative and create a business. You'll have now to be creative and create a business. You study no matter what you study. That's why Apostle Joshua Selman was saying that, yes, the government has not called you, or you have applied for the jobs and you're not getting them at the moment. Why don't you work on yourself? Why don't you work on yourself and know what you can create? Why don't you work on yourself and know what you can create? For example, in PAC, we say that where leaders are made, the lecturers at PAC, they train you, and if you want mentorship, they give you the mentorship. They train you, and if you want mentorship, they give you. And if you want friends, they can be your friends. Because some of them, actually, the majority of them are my friends. I'm not bragging about it, but I say that it is the favor of God that majority of them are my friends, and so they train you to be world class. So now, since they train you to be world class, and they give you the skills on what to do in each and every unit. Now, why don't you use, for example, to the people that have not gotten the employment yet, why don't you use what you got from school, what you got, for example, from the university? You use it and you create something for yourself. Because yes, business, once you start the business, yes, yes, everybody has gotten the failure part, but that's how you learn. and there's nobody that does not have any challenges. There's nobody that does not have any challenges. So why don't you, if for the people that have not been employed yet, why don't you, if you have your certificate, go and look the one that you performed the highest, and you can create from that. You can create from that. You can create your own business. For example, you studied psychology, counseling psychology. Go and look. You can create, and you did the practicum. And once you did the practicum, you are being trained on how on how you're going to be solving. On how you're going to be solving issues from your clients. Why don't you create your own website? You start by creating your own website, or you start by creating, for example, it is Facebook. Why don't you create your own agency that now you tell your clients, and you tell your fellow colleagues that I'm going to be doing like this, and I want your support. I'm going to be doing like this, and I want your support. Or for example, you study the communication, and you studied the specific that you studied was broadcast journalism and PR. Why don't you create your own PR agency then, or you create your own PR website? Then you tell, for example, your family members, you tell your friends, you tell your family members, you tell your friends, you tell your colleagues, and you tell your fellow alumni that I've created a PR website, and I've created a PR social media. I've created a PR social media that now I want you guys to support me. Yes, at some point you're going to fail, but then we learn from the failures. And each and everybody that you see that has succeeded and that has become the richest, they started from somewhere. For example, Facebook was created by a person. For example, Twitter was created by a person. Microsoft was created by a person. TikTok was created by a person. So each and everybody has got their own story. Each and everybody has got their own story. So create it, then start. After you have created it, allow me to talk Swahili. Once you may create, izungushe, usiweke, izungushe. And then, for example, you decided to study, for example, IT. Why don't you and yet you have graduated and you do not know what to do, and you have applied for the jobs? Why don't you create, for example, your own website? You create your own business that once people are going to know that, once people are going to know that you have you have created your own business, yes, you're going to fail, but then you'll have created it. But then you'll have created it, and you'll know by the mistakes. We learn from the mistakes. We learn from the mistakes. Each and everybody has learned from their mistakes. So once you know, once you have seen, you're applying for the jobs, you're not getting them, why don't you create first? Then after you have created first, God is the one that knows each and everybody's destiny. So create first. Then after you've finished creating, you do not know what your future holds. So create first. After you've created first, then keep on praying to God that once you have applied for the jobs, you come, they consider you, and after they have considered you, you do your best. And do not get familiarity with your bosses. Do not get familiarity with your bosses. Because there's a Swahili saying that goes by, maji yakimwagika hayazoleki. So, with that saying, usikuje baadaye kusema that light ningalijua. And then there's also a Swahili saying that goes by, ujana ni moshi na ukienda haurudi. So Gen Z, this is the time we are in our youthful years. Let's utilize this time, because after our youthful years, we will have now to become a mature adult. Usikuje kusema baadaye that light ningalijua. So, thank you for listening to me. Have a good day.